When we talk about retirement, many people only start thinking about it when their hair begins to turn grey. It's common to see people at 50 or 60 years old trying to make up for lost time, as if they suddenly realized that the future arrived faster than they imagined. And honestly, this late rush usually comes accompanied by anxiety, fear, and that feeling of, I should have started earlier. But here's an essential point. Planning early isn't about being rich. It's about having peace. When you start at 25, 30, or even 35 years old, each small decision has enough time to grow, mature, and work in your favor. It's like planting a tree. Those who plant early harvest broader shade and more abundant fruit. Think of it this way: every dollar invested early has years to multiply. And the most curious thing is that over time, money seems to gain a life of its own. You just plant a seed, and it keeps growing, until the moment you realize that the future is already partially guaranteed. Now imagine the scene. You sleep peacefully because you know you're building something solid. While other people are still trying to understand what tomorrow will be like, you're already ahead, creating a secure foundation. This tranquility is the true luxury of adult life. When you start early, it's not just about having more money, it's about having choices. It's the freedom to decide when to stop, how to live, and even where to go. And this freedom only appears when construction began before. That's the power of time. And retirement is precisely that. Time working in your favor. For many people, retirement is still seen as something distant, almost abstract. But there's a simple principle that transforms this phase of life. You need to build income sources that continue working even when you're no longer working. Think about how adult life works. Waking up early, facing traffic, keeping schedules, dealing with deadlines. Traditional income requires your presence, your effort, and your time. But there's a limit to all of this, including the energy you have to sell over the years. That's why, when talking about retirement, the game changes completely. The goal is no longer to work for money. The goal is to make money work for you. Imagine laying your head on the pillow and knowing that while you rest, something somewhere is generating profit. Maybe it's stocks, maybe a rented property, maybe a financial fund. But the most important thing is the feeling. Even sleeping, I keep earning. This isn't luck, it's not magic, it's planning. And why is this so essential? Because retirement isn't the end of active life. It's the beginning of a life that requires more freedom and less pressure. When you depend only on public retirement or just on your savings, every unexpected event becomes a problem. But when you have investments working on autopilot, everything changes. You gain security, predictability, and mainly tranquility. In the end, financial independence is this: income that arrives without asking for your presence. And the earlier you start building these sources, the smoother the entire path will be. Before continuing, let me ask you something important. If this video is making sense to you, click like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll receive the next videos and continue following this content that can transform your financial life. Now we enter the first essential investment for a tranquil retirement: dividend-paying stocks. And to understand this simply, imagine that you become a silent partner of large companies, those you see every day, that continue operating even when you're sleeping, traveling, or resting. These companies, when they have profit, usually divide part of this result with those who own their shares. This division is called a dividend, and that's where the magic lies. When you buy shares of solid companies, you're buying a little piece of something that already exists, that's already big, and that continues working every day, without you needing to do anything beyond maintaining your investment. And the best part? Dividends arrive regularly. It could be once a year, twice, or even 4 times, depending on the company's policy. It's as if you had a small machine that from time to time delivers an amount directly to your account, even if you don't move a single finger. This is true passive income. And why is this so important for retirement? Because while you're still working, these dividends can be reinvested, making your wealth grow more and more. But when the time comes to rest, this extra income becomes a kind of salary from your future, something that keeps coming month after month, bringing stability and tranquility. The great advantage is that stable companies tend to maintain this payment constant over the years, even in moments of uncertainty. And it's this consistency that helps build a truly solid retirement. If you want a lighter financial future, dividends are one of the smartest paths to get there. Dividends have an almost silent but extremely transformative power. They work as that income that appears even when you're doing other things, working, resting, or simply living your life. And this changes everything when it comes to retirement. Imagine the following. You're no longer in the daily rush. You're no longer exchanging hours for money, but the money still keeps coming. Every month, every quarter, or every semester, a part of the profits from the companies you invested in is deposited in your account. It's as if your past self had created several financial faucets, and now each one drips a little, constantly and predictably. And the most interesting thing is that this power isn't just in the amount received, but in the independence it generates. Dividends don't need your physical presence, don't require you to be active, don't demand daily effort. They simply arrive. And that's what makes this income so valuable for those building the future. Think of each dividend as a seed. When you're still young, these seeds can be reinvested to grow even more. It's the famous compound interest. But when the retirement phase arrives, these same seeds begin to bear fruit that sustain your lifestyle. That's why so many people who achieved financial independence talk about dividends as if they were a kind of magic. They don't appear all at once, don't transform your life overnight, but create a continuous, stable, and reliable flow. In the end, dividends are powerful because they represent something simple and at the same time extraordinary. Money coming in even when you're not working. Now let's move to the second essential investment for those who want to build a tranquil retirement. Equity mutual funds, also known as equity mutual funds. And here's the truth. Many people like the idea of investing in stocks, but don't have the time, knowledge, or patience to follow charts, balance sheets, and market news. Daily life is already full enough. Working, taking care of the family, solving problems, and still having to study dozens of companies can become impractical. That's where these funds come in as a smart solution. Imagine a group of investors who come together to put money into a single package. This package is managed by a professional, someone who makes a living analyzing companies, following trends, and choosing the best assets. This specialist decides how to build the portfolio, when to buy, and when to sell. Meanwhile, you continue your life normally. This is the power of equity mutual funds. You have exposure to market growth without needing to master all the technical details. And why is this so valuable for retirement? Because this type of fund allows access to several stocks at the same time, reducing risks. Professionals making decisions for you with clear strategies, greater potential growth in the long term, since they are funds focused on variable income. For those starting out, or for those who don't want to deal with market complexity, these funds work as a smart shortcut. You participate in company appreciation without having to choose each stock individually. And so, little by little, your wealth grows. Even on days when you don't understand anything happening in the economy, someone is watching for you. This is the type of investment that brings tranquility. You know you're on the right path even when you're not looking. Equity mutual funds are one of the most practical and intelligent ways to invest for those who want to build retirement without needing to delve too deep into the financial market. They work as a large package where several people put money, and this package is managed by a specialized professional. Instead of you having to choose stocks alone, follow news every day and try to understand when to buy or sell, this manager does all of this for you. It's as if you were hiring someone to take care of your wealth while you continue living your routine. When you invest in an equity mutual fund, you automatically have a part of several different companies. This reduces risk because your future doesn't depend on the performance of just one company. And this diversity helps a lot for those thinking long-term. The fund moves as the market changes. If a company loses quality, the manager removes it. If a better opportunity appears, they add it. You don't need to make these decisions because you have a professional working daily, so the fund grows consistently. And it's precisely why this type of investment is so valuable for retirement. It combines two very important elements: growth over the years and operational tranquility. You invest a little every month and watch the growth slowly but continuously, knowing that there's a team of specialists taking care of everything behind the scenes. Over 10, 15, or 20 years, this constant movement creates a wealth larger than it seems at the beginning. Time does its work in silence, while your discipline maintains the pace. Additionally, mutual funds are perfect for people who want to invest but don't have time to learn all the details of the market. Those at the peak of adult life, working, taking care of family, managing responsibilities, often can't follow charts, reports, or balance sheets. Funds allow you to participate in market growth anyway, with strategy, security, and practicality. In the end, the mutual fund works as a smart entry door. You don't need to be an expert to invest, but you invest as if you had experts by your side. And that's exactly what makes this investment such a strong ally in building a tranquil retirement. One of the biggest mistakes many people make when investing is putting all their money into a single option, whether it's a stock that seems promising or a type of investment everyone recommends. The problem is that the future is unpredictable, and depending on a single income source can be risky. That's why diversification is fundamental. Diversifying means distributing your investments across different types of assets, such as stocks, funds, real estate, and fixed income. This way, if one investment performs poorly, the others can compensate, keeping your wealth protected. It's like not putting all your eggs in one basket. The more balanced and planned your portfolio is, the smaller the impact of economic surprises or market crises will be. For those building retirement, diversification isn't just a matter of security, but also of emotional stability. Knowing that you don't depend on a single income source brings peace and confidence to continue investing consistently. Additionally, combining growth investments like stocks with safer investments like money market funds creates a balance between risk and return, allowing your money to work efficiently in any economic scenario. The truth is that diversification isn't complicated, but it requires discipline and planning. With a well-structured strategy, you can grow your wealth constantly and, at the same time, protect what you've already achieved. It's this combination that makes the difference in reaching retirement with financial tranquility and freedom of choices. When you reach a phase closer to retirement, it's time to think not only about growth, but also about capital preservation. This is where money market funds come in. Low-risk investments with predictable returns and high liquidity. They work as a kind of safe harbor for your money, allowing you to keep your wealth intact while still receiving some return. These funds invest in short-term bonds and other safe financial instruments, and interest is accumulated daily, which means money works constantly even when you're not looking. Unlike stocks, the invested amount rarely suffers large fluctuations, so you can have tranquility and know exactly how much you have available. The great advantage is that when you need money quickly, it's available without complications. This is fundamental for those approaching retirement and want to guarantee stability without depending only on volatile investments. Additionally, even being low risk, the money continues earning, helping to protect your standard of living and ensuring that the transition to retirement is smooth. Investing in money market funds is a smart way to balance your portfolio. While investments in stocks or equity funds seek growth, money market funds guarantee that you have security and predictability. It's this combination that allows building a comfortable retirement without unpleasant surprises. One of the biggest secrets to a tranquil retirement is understanding that not all moments of financial life require the same strategy. When we're young, between 20 and 40 years old, we have time on our side. In this phase, it's possible to take more risks because, even if some investment doesn't turn out as expected, there's time to recover and make wealth grow. It's the moment to seek growth, putting part of the money in stocks, equity funds, or other investments with higher potential returns. As we approach retirement, around 50 or 60 years old, the priority changes. The goal stops being to accumulate rapidly and becomes to preserve what has already been achieved. It's the moment to reduce risks, balance the portfolio, and guarantee stable income sources, such as money market funds, dividends, or properties that generate rent. This transition is essential to not compromise the standard of living achieved throughout life. Knowing how to balance growth and preservation is what differentiates those who reach retirement with financial freedom from those who depend only on public pension or limited reserves. It's a matter of strategy, patience, and discipline. Those who understand this balance manage to build a comfortable retirement without needing to worry about surprises or large market fluctuations, enjoying the result of work done throughout their entire life. Investing in real estate is much more than buying a house or land. It's creating a solid income source that can last decades. Think of real estate as silent machines that work for you while you continue living your life. Having your own home already guarantees security and stability, but when you start investing in land, in areas with growth potential or rental properties, you're building something that generates income constantly. The most interesting thing is that this type of investment unites growth and security. Over time, real estate tends to appreciate, following the development of cities and regions. At the same time, if you rent them, they generate money regularly, offering predictable income, even when you're not present, even while you sleep. It's an investment that gives freedom and tranquility because you know you've built something solid and tangible. And believe me, you don't need to start big. Starting with small properties, strategic land, or even participating in real estate investments without owning the physical property already puts you on the path to financial independence. Every step counts, and every decision made today transforms into the comfort and freedom of tomorrow. Investing in real estate is an act of intelligent planning and care for the future. It's planting today to harvest stability, freedom, and peace of mind at the moment you'll need it most. Imagine looking back a few years from now and realizing that while many are still running after lost time, you've already built a solid foundation to live your retirement with security and dignity. This is the power of making your money work for you, of transforming conscious choices into real freedom. And it's precisely this that separates those who only dream about retirement from those who get there with confidence, without depending on anyone, and with the future in their own hands. We've reached the last investment on this list, but perhaps one of the most transformative, having a business that continues generating income even when you're not present. Imagine creating something that works automatically, where processes, team, and systems are structured in such a way that the business continues growing and generating profit, even if you take vacation, travel, or simply decide to dedicate yourself to other projects. The secret is to start early. Before retirement, you need to test, adjust, and organize everything. Every detail of the business, from the way products or services are delivered to customer service, must be structured to work without depending on your daily effort. It's hard work at the beginning, but it transforms into freedom in the future. Having a structured business means real financial freedom because you don't depend only on traditional passive investments. While stocks, funds, and real estate continue growing, your business can be an additional income source, generating stability and allowing you to choose how you want to live retirement. It's the type of investment that combines effort, strategy, and long-term vision and rewards those who have discipline, patience, and courage to start. In the end, building this type of business is like planting a tree that bears fruit for the rest of your life. Every decision, every adjustment made today transforms into security and tranquility tomorrow. It's proof that, with planning, consistency, and action, it's possible to create not just a comfortable retirement, but a truly independent one, where money and businesses work for you and not the other way around. Planning for retirement may seem distant, but the earlier you start, the more peaceful your future will be. Many people only think about this at 50 or 60 years old, trying to make up for lost time, but those who start early, even with small steps, build a solid foundation that will generate freedom and financial peace throughout life. Every decision made today, every investment is like planting a tree that will give shade and fruit in the future. The secret to a tranquil retirement is making money work for you. Instead of depending only on your daily effort, you need to create income sources that continue working even while you sleep. This is how financial independence transforms into reality. Money yields, grows, and multiplies without needing you all the time. One of the most powerful ways to achieve this is through dividend-paying stocks. By becoming a partner of large companies, you receive part of the profits regularly, as if you had a silent machine that generates constant income. These dividends can be reinvested while you still work, or become a stable income source when it's time to rest. It's a smart way to build wealth and freedom at the same time. If you prefer not to deal with the complexity of choosing stocks alone, equity mutual funds are an excellent alternative. With them, specialized professionals take care of your money, select companies, and adjust the portfolio as the market changes. You continue investing and seeing your wealth grow while professionals make strategic decisions for you. It's practicality, security, and growth working together. And to make everything even safer, diversification is fundamental. Distributing investments among stocks, funds, real estate, and fixed income reduces risks, protects your wealth, and guarantees stability, even in times of uncertainty. Diversification isn't just a technique. It's the key to sleeping peacefully, knowing your future is protected. When we approach retirement, it's time to balance growth and preservation. Safer investments, like money market funds, offer predictable returns and liquidity, working as a safe harbor for your capital. Meanwhile, growth investments continue working over time, maintaining the possibility of appreciation. Real estate and real estate properties are another essential pillar. Having your own home guarantees security, but investing in land, rental properties, or real estate funds creates a solid and constant income source that grows over time. It's freedom, stability, and growth in one investment. And finally, a structured business that works even without you is the final touch of intelligent retirement. By creating systems, teams, and processes that operate autonomously, you transform effort into freedom. This business, if well structured, continues generating income while you enjoy life, making your retirement even more independent and comfortable. In the end, all these steps have a clear objective: freedom, peace, and control over your own future. It's building a path where money works for you, where every decision made today transforms into security tomorrow. Starting early, investing intelligently and maintaining discipline is the formula that transforms retirement dreams into concrete reality. If this content made sense to you, like the video, share it with those who need to hear this and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos full of practical tips to achieve your financial independence. Now, I want to know from you, which of these investments will you start putting into practice first?